Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. Let's just have a little shuffle of the black and white Faulkner deck and pop down our card for the day. Let's have a little look and see what we've got. Let's have a little look and see what we've got today. Okay, so our tarot card for the day is the Page of Pentacles. Now, Page of Pentacles is it's one of the people cards. So it often talks about a person, often talks about a young person when it's the page. In terms of card for the day, I look at more of a general reading rather than what sort of person it might be referring to, because we're looking at a reading here for everybody. So in terms of an energy, it talks about new beginnings, new starts. I really like this card because for me, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's this way for everybody, but the way I read this card often is that there's a bit of a wishes come true aspect to this card, just because you've got the little girl with her magic wands there. It also talks about, you know, sort of being quite creative. The Pentacles cards are quite creative. They tend to be talking about using creative ability to manifest material goods. So, you know, making things, or maybe starting your own business, or starting your own, you know, sort of, I don't know, maybe painting things or drawing things and then selling those pictures on. So doing your creative projects for profit, maybe, rather than just doing your creative projects because you really like creative projects, and you're just doing them for your own benefit and for fun. Pentacles cards tend to talk about money and business and work and all of that sort of stuff. So when you add in the creative aspect to that, quite often it's saying, you know, get creative, and you might find that that creativity leads to more income for you. With the Page of Pentacles, that tends to be the message. So in terms of a card for the day, you might well find that you are having a go at something new, starting something new, trying something out. You know, this could be anything. Creativity often gets mistaken when we're talking about being creative. You know, I talk to people about being creative often in readings, and they're like, oh, they're not really into art and the music and stuff like that. It doesn't just mean that. It means being creative in your own way. It might mean, you know, it might mean baking. It might mean gardening. Anything where you're making something. And it can also mean, you know, like if you're going to work in your normal job, and your normal job may not sound particularly creative to you or feel particularly creative, but the act of just maybe finding a different way to do something, looking at something in a different way and being able to change it up for yourself. If you've got a bit bored of the way that you do something, maybe you could do something a slightly different way, make it more interesting. So it's about being creative that way sometimes, you know, being creative in your mind, being able to look at loads of different ways of doing things so you don't get bored. So, you know, creativity doesn't just have to be about the standard stuff like art and music, and it can be, it doesn't have to be. So in terms of today, you might find that you are, you know, practicing something that feels creative to you. It might be art, it might be music, it might be baking, it could be gardening, it could be anything. But what the Page of Pentacles is saying is that there could be something in this for you that could be profitable. So you could well find something that you're doing today that can lead you to success with money. So, you know, it might be suddenly discovering that you can do really great crochet, and you might then really enjoy that, and you might start doing that, and then you might think, people might start asking you about it and asking you to do things for them and create things for them, and you might think, you know what, I can make myself a little Etsy shop and sell these bits and bobs and see if anybody else likes them. Could be something like that. So keep an open mind about today. It could be just that you are feeling that you can be more creative and make something a little bit more interesting than it has been. So let me just put down one of these lovely mystical shaman cards. But I do really strongly feel like this Page of Pentacles, it's not the traditional meaning, but for me it often comes up when I'm going to be saying to somebody, make a wish, because just might come true now. So I did shuffle the Mystic Shaman, and out of the deck fell this Corn card. So we'll have that one. I like to work with the ones that kind of fall out or jump out, just because I personally think that's significant. A lot of people just put them back and they don't think that's significant, but I work with them because I actually do. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a closer look at it, because I've not used this one before and I've not actually really used it and looked at it properly. Okay, so I don't know what you think, and it's interesting that it's come up with this Page of Pentacles, but I think these little, because these are all little corn cobs, okay, that have, you know, this is the one that's come right out, but these are the ones that have not come out. You know, they've got like the little plumes on them on the top. Now you can say I'm mad, that's fine, but I actually, when I look at those, I think they look like fairies. I think they look like fairies in the grass. I think this is the hair, and these are the little bodies in the little dresses. They look like fairies hiding around in the corn to me. And there we've got the Page of Pentacles in this lovely little fairy outfit that she's got on. So I do feel like I'm looking at a need to make a wish. Corn is likely to refer in terms of this to like your harvest, what you make for yourself. And again, the Page of Pentacles is a bit like that as well. What can you make for yourself? You know, what can you create for yourself? And that can be profitable for you. So let me just have a look and see what the book meaning of the Corn card is, and just see. But I'm just really just sort of drawn to those little, they just look like the fairies to me. There's a painting, I think it's by Van Gogh, but I can't remember exactly. If I remember, I can put it into the description of the YouTube video, I will. But it's really famous. It's all over the place. It's been used in loads of different places. My hairdresser has it as a piece of wallpaper in her little room where she does the hair washing and like does all the relaxation stuff. So you do tend to just lay there while your hair's being washed and just look at this beautiful illustration, this drawing. And within it, it's trees. It's like a cherry blossom picture, but within it there are loads of different like little animals, little rabbits, little fairies, little angels, that you just see them all the time when you're in there, and it's just I see different ones in it every time. So it's a bit similar to that in terms of the energy of it. So enough of the fairies. Corn represents the mother of sustenance and tangible abundance. This is a symbol that represents material prosperity in the world of form and provides stability and sustenance to many. So it's basically saying, you know, that there's more than enough. There's loads of this corn. This is abundance. This is your harvest. The invitation in this card for us, and because it's come up right way up, that's what we're reading. You planted a beautiful field of dreams and worked hard. So there we are again, back to the dreams and wishes. Even moments when you were losing faith, even in moments when you were losing faith, you continued. Now, Spirit of the Corn comes to honour this and show you a beautiful harvest. This is a time to reap the rewards of your hard work and trust, whether those rewards are financial or the kind of prosperity measured in quality rather than quantity. You are blessed when this symbol appears. Don't forget to share your good fortune. So basically does exactly what I kind of looked at there. Yeah, it was kind of obvious to me that was what it was about. The corn, it quite often comes up. I always feel like things like corn is such a rich golden colour. If you get that fresh corn on the cob, it looks like gold, doesn't it? So it's kind of, you know, the gold is very indicative of money and prosperity and riches and all of that kind of stuff. So quite a lot going on with these two cards today. Very, very closely linked. We've still got a bit of the circle thing going on because we've got the sun shining down on the corn. So we're still in that. That little message is still coming forward for us. And So yeah, quite a lot going on there. Sorry, I've got hiccups. I'm just going to have a drink of my tea. There. Hopefully that will mean I don't keep hiccuping while I finish off. Those are the cards for today. Lovely, prosperous, creative, fruitful day. So enjoy that day, and I will be back again tomorrow to do another little card for us. And I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.